What's up everyone, just Jason here. Tonight we're going to make some chaffles. Pretty simple recipe for this one. We're just going to make some salmon and cream cheese chaffles. So I'm just using this sockeye salmon tuna. It's just in a can. Obviously be good with fresh salmon as well, but this is all I have right now. We're just going to make a typical chaffle recipe. So I've got 2/3 of a cup of this shredded Parmesan cheese. I like using this cheese because it seems to do really well with chaffles. I've got my 1 egg, and then I've got about 2 tablespoons of cream cheese out of the fridge that I've cubed up, kind of thing, that we're going to add to the mix as well. So we're basically just going to start with the cheese. I'm going to put it in a bowl. I'm just going to mix this one by hand. Sometimes I use a blender to mix these up too, but we're just going to use the old method of doing it by hand with this one. So we're going to give this a good mix up with the egg and cheese first, just to get that incorporated. I'm just going to put you down here so that I can use 2 hands. I haven't mastered the one-handed cooking technique yet. That seemed to be an advanced thing, so we'll just go 2-handed here. So like I said, I like the Parmesan cheese. It seems to do a really good job of making crispy chaffles, so I prefer to use it. Mozzarella is your typical cheese for chaffles, but over the years I've found I like the Parmesan best. So that's the base mix there. So what we're going to do is we're just going to put in some of this flaked salmon here. I'm not going to put too much in there. I don't want to overload it with the protein. So I don't know, what's that? Maybe 1/4 of the can. I'll use the rest of that to make other things with. So we're just going to go ahead and mix that in now. Get that incorporated in there. So you want to break it up into little pieces so that it's sort of well mixed into the cheese and the egg, because obviously we want to make sure it's distributed properly. So then we're just going to put in, some of the cream cheese here. Now I like to do this at the end because I don't want to necessarily mix the cream cheese into the chaffle mix. Basically what I mean is I don't want it to break down. I want it to stay sort of in chunks like this, because I find sort of that's what works best once you start cooking it in the waffle irons. And that gives you nice little warm pockets of cream cheese throughout the chaffles. So basically that's what we're looking at. We've got a nice mix of the cheese, both cheeses, the egg, and the salmon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the Dash Minis plugged in here, get them warming up, and I will bring you back when they're warmed up and ready to go. Okay, so we're back, and while I was waiting for the Dash Minis to warm up, I decided to add another egg to this mixture because I thought it was a little too dry, and if the chaffle mixture is too dry, it doesn't usually work out too well. So I just added another egg and mixed that all in, and as you can see, it's nice and smooth now. So hopefully that works out better. So we're going to get these ready, and what I like to use to oil them up is just this avocado oil spray. It's just avocado oil. Just give them a a spray so that nothing sticks. And then we'll start putting this in. I'm gonna put you down again so that I can use both hands. Now, because I added the second egg to this mix, chances are we'll probably get three chaffles out of this. Your normal mixture will usually only do 2, but because we added the protein to it with the salmon and the extra egg, we'll probably get 3 out of this. So that looks good. Nice chunks of cream cheese in there and salmon. So we'll close those up and we'll let them cook through, and I'll bring you back when they're ready. Okay, so these 2 chaffles are pretty much ready. The steam is pretty much stopped. So that's what they're looking like from the first batch. Because I added the egg, it's gonna make 3. So we're gonna pull these 2 out, put them on our plate, and then we only need the one iron plugged in. Make sure we're actually putting it on the one I left plugged in. So we're gonna fill this one up for our 3rd chaffle. Okay, so that one's ready to go. So we're gonna close the lid on that. And we'll cook that one up, and I'll bring you back and show you what they're like all done. Okay, so it looks like this 3rd chaffle's done. Yeah, and it's nice and it's fully cooked. Got a crispy top on it, so we'll pull that one out and put it on our plate. So there's the 3 chaffles there that we made. So we'll let them cool just a little bit, and then we'll give them a try. Okay, so these have had a chance to cool a little bit. You can see there's, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a couple of pockets of cream cheese. That's why I like to leave the cream cheese sort of in chunks, because then it winds up creating these little pockets. You can see it right there of cream cheese that's not completely melted. Really tastes good that way. So we'll give this a try. So yeah, you can taste the salmon in there. Nice warm cream cheese. And like I said, I like the Parmesan cheese over the mozzarella because it seems to crisp up better. And it's a fairly neutral taste, so it doesn't add a lot of flavor to the chaffles, which allows the flavor of what you're putting in it to come through. So I'll give that one a thumbs up for sure. If you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing, hit that thumbs up, and we'll see you on the next one. Keep on thriving, my friends.